Reynolds, and today I'm going to go over payment trends given my interview and recent conversation with Ryan Yates, president and founder of Apaylo. So what is driving payment changes? So this chart here is the tipping point for real-time payments. So it's very illuminating. While focused on real-time payments, you can see the parallels to all of the other trends in the payment space. Technology innovation, new players and business models, and the end benefits that consumers and businesses have wanted for decades are now being enabled. So for technology innovation, smartphone adoption has reached 70% in developed countries, 6% while in developing economies. Feature phones are often replacing wallets and cash. So for example, Apple Pay. Apple Pay has had a huge innovation. I myself only really bring my phone and my e-wallet to places now because almost every business accepts it. New domestic person-to-person payment providers are popping up on a regular basis due to catalysts like social platforms, digital currencies, and near-field communication-based payments. Rapid technological change is driving rapid change in the industry. So the question promotes, will regulatory agencies catch up? And when? And how will this affect real-time payments? So the top payment trends for 2021. So we've seen the pandemic completely shift the payment space. So in addition to trend to more than one digital payment usage, more than half of the US consumers reported shifting purchases online from brick and mortar stores since the onset of COVID-19. Just as importantly, more than 1/3 expect to further increase their share of online shopping in the coming 6 months, versus 11% who plan to revert back to brick and mortar channels. This is a strong indicator that many new shopping and payments behaviors promoted by COVID-19 are likely to persist for the long term. So decline of cash continues. So obviously we saw over the pandemic that paper and cash continue to decline in preference, and people just keep on moving to e-wallets, and the trends to digital only are increasing for ease of use and lower cost for merchants. You don't have to worry about losing your debit card or losing $20. If you have your phone, you have your wallet. And e-wallets are delivering greater loyalty and operational benefits. So for example, if I use Starbucks' e-wallet, I get more points, and these points can lead to free gifts. So why would I not use Starbucks e-wallets versus just paying with cash and not getting the rewards? So merchants' options expand. So we discussed the rapidly changing consumer space. The B2B space and invoices, payments, efficiency improvements, and cutting of the costs involves even greater dollar amounts. So merchants now have options to enable faster payments. So as we see here in this graphic, 99% of the US market is readiness for push to card. So the market is ready to switch, and they have almost all switched. I mean, you've seen a lot of companies not accept cash anymore because of the pandemic and the spread of COVID-19, and they're not going to turn back. And the 60% of the US market is readiness for RTP, so real-time payments, and the faster payments trend. Size of the US cryptocurrency market. So with the market size already very significant and growing, what options are available for merchants to accept crypto payments? Is Apaylo doing anything to offer the service? Are the blessing of the national regulators or integration from the big banks the final last step before mass adoptions from merchants? Cryptocurrency payments. So the valuation of cryptocurrencies market hits $2 trillion for the first time in April, as consumers started snapping up blockchain bucks, then seeing out how and where they want to spend them. So you can see here, you can see where they want to spend them and how much they want to spend of it. Real-time payments. So we talked a little bit about real-time payments, and I really think this breakdown of the 5 major types of categories of real-time payments and what is coming in the next few years is excellent overview. This will drive new business models, new entrants, and there's a lot of white space in this industry and possible expansion of the digital payment options to both consumers and businesses. So that concludes just my little intro of payments and payment spaces before the interview and conversation with Ryan Yates, one of the presidents and CEOs of Apaylo Finance.